Good morning, children. Once again, welcome back to the online classes. As this class is conducted to verify your answers, that is key answers. These key answers are given for the pre-preparatory exam which was conducted last week. And in this video, we are going to rectify and we are going to sort out all that bits one by one. As this year's exam, luckily we are having only for 40 marks, and this 40 marks will also be written in the form of MCQ, that is multiple choice questions. As I am taking a social subject, so in that before writing the exam you must be very careful regarding the question numbers. So as social science starts from the number 81 to 120. So there almost 40 questions are given. To that you have to choose the correct option. So 4 options will be given. In that one will be the correct answer. So like that you have to choose the correct one and you have to circle. As for you, the OMR sheet will be given. In that OMR sheet, options A, B, C, D is given. So through that only you have to select the correct option and you have to fill that option. For example, as in the question paper last week preparatory exam, what I have sent, that multiple choice questions type only you will get. Don't think it is the same paper you will get. No. You will get the paper from the board. So for that you have to read out the question carefully. Before you write the exam, you have to go through the instructions given in the OMR sheet. So once filled OMR sheet will not be replaced or it will not be rewritten. So if you write option B correct, I think, and after some time if anyone friend or if anyone comes to tell and you are going to change that option, means it is highly impossible. So before filling the option you must be careful while filling that options. And today in this, as we already know, so July 19th you will have 4 subjects, that is maths, science and social science. So I wish all the best to all my lovely kids, those who are appearing for the board exams, so that each and everyone will get good marks. So it is going to help, so that this video is going to help you to perform well in your upcoming board exam. Now moving towards the question paper which are given last week. So for that, those who have written correct, okay. Those who have written wrong, no problem. It is not the final exam. You can make improvement by concluding your answers in your OMR sheet. So shall we move to the questions now? So as in this here we are having many questions. So each question is given from one of the lessons dealing with your board exams. So as in the first question, so here in this, in 1453, the city of Constantinople was captured by. So as in this question is asked from the first lesson. So as in the first lesson it is given as the advent of Europeans to India. So as in that Europeans, as you can see, in 1453 the city of Constantinople was captured by whom? Anyone? Maybe some are thinking and some are verifying the textbook. Yes, those who have studied the textbook, they will come to know the correct option is B, the Ottoman Turks. So after verifying your question and verifying the answer, so let us move towards the OMR sheet. So in this OMR sheet, A, B, C, D options are given. So for that, first one is the Ottoman Turks. The option is B. So here this B should be filled with your ballpoint pen. See that this circle should be filled full. You should not leave half gap or you should not put the dot. Like that you have to go through that OMR sheet. Okay? Verified your question? How many of you got correct answer? Raise your hands. Yes, good. Put it down. Now moving towards the second one. So here second one, the Salbai Agreement was signed to end the First Anglo-Mysore War, First Anglo-Maratha War, First Anglo-Sikh War or First Carnatic War. Anyone? Correct option? So here Salbai Agreement was signed to end which war? Anglo-Mysore War? No. Anglo-Maratha War? Guess? Anglo-Sikh War? No. Anglo-Carnatic War? No. So the correct option is First Anglo-Maratha War. So the option is for 82. Question number 82. Correct option is B. So your Salbai Agreement was signed to end the First Anglo-Maratha War. Now moving towards 83rd. So who brought civil services in administration? So here this one was given from the extension of British rule. So as Lord Cornwallis, Warren Hastings, R.M. Byrd and James Thomson. So can you guess who will be the person who brought civil services in administration? Anyone? Guess. Lord Cornwallis, Warren Hastings, R.M. Byrd, James Thomson. Yes, girls, from the girls side. Yeah, always girls will be on the topper side to answer the correct options. So it is, the correct option is Lord Cornwallis. Okay. So how many of you written the correct answer? So whoever written the correct answer, they are very well done, and those who are not done, so rectify a little in your studies so that you can get a good percentage. As in the class itself I have told you, whoever gets 100 out of 100 in my subject, so they are going to be taken for school banner, and they'll be revealed in front of all the school premises. So keep in mind, and whoever preparing well, prepare well for the other exams also. Now moving towards the 84, the first Anglo-Mysore War ended. So here the first Anglo-Mysore War ended with the Treaty of Mysore, Treaty of Madras, Treaty of Mangalore and Treaty of Srirangapatna. So check which treaty was made to end the first Anglo-Mysore War. Can you guess? From the boy side this time. Boy side. Yes? Yes. Raising their hand to give their answer. That is Treaty of Madras. So option is B. So in 85, question number 85, the Zamindar of Koppal who revolted against the British. So here options are given: A. Venkatappa, B. Veerappa, C. Rani Chennamma and D. Dandiyavag. So here also competition, tough competition between girls and boys. So we are having the correct option. So raise your hand. Yes, boy side, girl side. I think both are giving the same answer. So we'll see who will press the buzzer first. Now here the answer is the Zamindar of Koppal who revolted against the British. So correct option is yes. Here the option is A. Venkatappa. Yes, corrected. So those who are written wrong answers also no problem. It is not going to make you fail, but it is going to give you some hope so that you can improve your knowledge and try to get more marks in board exams. Now moving towards 86. Who declared back to Vedas? So here in the religious reformers lesson it is given about Rajaram Mohan Rai, Dr. Atmaram Panduranga, Dayananda Saraswati and the Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. So do you think who declared back to Vedas? So here you have to see that back to Vedas, this slogan was given by Dayananda Saraswati. So the correct option is C. For 86, option is so option is C. So while filling the OMR sheet, keep in mind you should not rewrite or you should not write anything extra on the OMR sheet. It is going to be scanned, and if it is done any dirty on that OMR sheet, it is not going to be scanned. And luckily this time you are going to be get passed if you write all the correct options. And if at all if you have any other options that without writing the answers we will get passed, means it is highly impossible. You have to approach the OMR sheet and you have to fill up the options, then only your paper will be scanned and you will be given marks for that. Now moving towards 87. The person killed the British officer at Barakpur. So do you think who is that person who killed the British officer at Barakpur? So options are given: Nana Sahib, Tantia Top, Mangal Pandey and Bahadur Shah. So here the correct option is yes, Mangal Pandey. The option is C. As this about Mangal Pandey, I think many of you have seen the film. So starred by Bobby Deol, Akshay Kumar and all. So nowadays many films are released based on that historical events only. So in this social science you will get many historical events and historical places and historical things which we don't know, and as this social science subject will give you keen knowledge about our history. Now moving towards 88, the founder of the Indian National Congress. So here are the options are A. Mahatma Gandhi, B. Avo Hume, C. Balagangadhar Tilak and D. Gopal Krishna Gokhale. For this 88, anyone, the founder of Indian National Congress? Yes, girls? Yes, this is none other than option B, Avo Hume. So for 88, now moving towards 89, the viceroy who implemented the Bengal division was, the viceroy who implemented the Bengal division was, options are Lord Cornwallis, Robert Clive, Dalhousie and Lord Curzon. So the correct option is, so here the correct option will be option D, that is Lord Curzon. Now question number 90. The first round table conference was held in in the year you have to be careful. Before you select the option, you have to make it clear about the question. So here the question is asked, the first round table conference was held in the year 1930, 1931, 1932 and 1942. So here the correct option is 1932, that is option C. Clear, children? Yes. Now moving towards 91 question. The first president of Indian National Congress. So here you can see two questions have what we will say. The question is different but the meaning is same. So 88 and 91, the founder of Indian National Congress was. And also here in the 91 question, the first president of Indian National Congress. So here the option A is M.G. Ranade, B. Surendranath Banerjee, C. W.C. Banerjee and D. Evo Hume. So here the first president of Indian National Congress was Evo Hume only. Now moving towards 92 question. Gita Rahasya was written by. So here options are given: M.G. Ranade, Balagangadhar Tilak, Dadabhai Naoroji and D. W.C. Banerjee. So the correct option is for 92 question, that is Balagangadhar Tilak. For question number 93, the first Governor General of Independent India. So options are Lord Mountbatten, B. Babu Rajendra Prasad, C. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and D. Vallabhbhai Patel. So the correct option is Lord Mountbatten was the first Governor General of Independent India. Now question number 94. So for question number 93, the correct answer is option A, that is Lord Mountbatten. Now moving towards question number 94. The most backward regions of Karnataka have been accorded special status by article. The options are 371J, option B 370, option C 372 and option D 373. So the correct answer is option A, that is 371J. So as after completing your 10th standard, you are supposed to make Hyderabad, Karnataka. So as this opportunity was made for the students to get a reservation according to their caste wise, and as it was given a special status to some Hyderabad, Karnataka regions, so that districts will get the benefit of making a reservation. So for 94 question, correct option is option A, 371J. Now moving towards question number 95. So for question number 95, the Indian foreign policy was specially formed by. So here the options are A. Babu Rajendra Prasad, B. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, C. Jawaharlal Nehru and D. Vallabhbhai Patel. So for 95 question, the correct option is option C, Jawaharlal Nehru. Question number 96. International peace and cooperation is discussed in the article of our constitution. Options are option A 19, option B 51, option C 30 and option D is 17. So for this question number 96, the correct answer is option B, that is in article 51 we are going to discuss the international peace and cooperation in the constitution. Now moving towards question number 97, Human Rights Day is celebrated on. So options are option A December 10th 1948, option B December 10th 1946, option C December 10th 1944 and option D December 10th 1942. So keep in mind all these dates are same, but the years are different. So while you answer if this question is asked in the board exam, keep in mind that year is very important. So as Human Rights Day is celebrated on, that is the correct answer is option A, December 10th, 1948. So I think all of you are going through your OMR sheet. So check whether you have written correct or wrong. If it is wrong, so you make the correct option in the rough paper and go through the textbook. So it is not going to be revealed generally. Whatever is there in the question textbook, that only will be asked for your examination. Now moving towards question number 98. The head office of the UNO is in. The options are given. Option A, Rome. Option B, New York. Option C, Hague. And option D, Geneva. So for the 98th question, correct answer is option B. That is New York. Ticked up? Yes. Now moving towards question number 99. The practice of untouchability is prohibited by article. Options are option A 17, option B 18, option C 19 and option D 21. So the correct answer is option A, that is article 17. In this here the practice of untouchability is prohibited. Now question number 100. The division of labor creates less skilled workers. So this slogan was said by option A is Plato, option B Karl Marx, option C Max Weber and option D Auguste Comte. So here the correct answer for 100 question number is option A, that is Plato. Now moving towards 101 question. The leader of Narmada Bachao Andolan. So here the options are given. Option A Shivaram Karanth, D Devraj Aras and C MD Nanjundaswamy and option D Medha Patkar. So as for this 101 question, the correct answer is option D, that is Medha Patkar. So I think all are going through your OMS sheets now? Yes. Now moving towards 102nd question. The national policy was implemented in the year for the welfare of child labor. The options are given. Option A 2013, option B 2014, option C 2015, option D 2016. So here the correct answer for this 102nd question is option D, that is 2016. In 2016 we can see a new policy was implemented to remove the child labor as RTE, right to education given for the children under the age from 6 to 14 years. Now moving towards question number 103. In South India, the highest peak is. The options are given. A. Anamudi, B. Nilgiri, C. Mount Everest and D. Mount Godwin Austen. So for this 103, the correct answer is option A, that is Anamudi is the highest peak in the South India. Now moving towards question number 104. In India, which state has recorded the lowest temperature? So options are option A Dras, option B Masinram, option C Ganganagar and option D Roili. So for this 104, the correct answer is option A. Dras in India has recorded the lowest temperature. Whereas moving towards 105th question, the soils that are formed from the sediments deposited by the rivers. So here the options are option A alluvial soil, option B black soil, option C laterite soil and option D red soil. So here for this the correct option is option C, that is laterite soil are formed by the sediments deposited by the rivers. So whereas Question number 106, where you can see it was this question was little bit made confusion to some students that dash forests are mainly found in the deltas of the rivers. The options are given. Option A, the tropical evergreen forest. Option B, the tropical deciduous forest. Option C, desert vegetation, and option D, mountain forest. So for this, the correct option will be the tropical deciduous forest. So many are asked, so if these forests are formed in the rivers, coastal areas means we can find mangrove forest. But here in the question what they have asked is, the forests are mainly found in the deltas of the rivers. So in the deltas we can see the tropical deciduous forests are formed. Clear? Yes. Now move towards 107 question. Dash is the longest tributary of the Ganga. So options are given. Option A, Ramaganga. Option B, Yamuna. Option C, Ghagra. Option D, Gandak. So here the correct option is option B, river Yamuna. It is formed as the longest tributary river of Ganga. Clear? Now move towards 108 question. The largest rice producing state in India is, so you have to keep in mind, largest producer of rice in India is, option A is West Bengal, option B Uttar Pradesh, option C Madhya Pradesh, and option D Maharashtra. So here for this correct answer is option A, that is West Bengal produces more and more rice in our country. Yes, up to now how many of you got out of? Yes, good. Keep it up. Now move towards 109. Question number 109. The gateway of India is in which city? So options are given. Option A, Mangalore. Option B, Udupi. Option C, Mumbai. And option D, Uttara Kannada. So here keep in mind that gateway of India, it is in our India. Gateway of India is in which city? That is option C, that is Mumbai is the correct answer. Got it done? Yes. Now move towards question number 110. When was All India Radio, that is AIR, where before this televisions we used to hear many news and other things through radios only. So that radios from where we will get all that news and songs and all that other programs, that is all from All India Radio. Good, I have heard this is All India Radio on voice welcome. So where you can see by changing the FMs or the numbers in the radio, we will listen to sometimes to the music, sometimes to the speech, sometimes to the news also. So as this All India Radio was coined in the year, so you have to write the correct year. The options are given. Option A 1940, option B 1946, option C 1930, and option D 1936. So here the correct option is option D, that is 1936. All India Radio was coined. Now move towards 111 question. So this question will ask, Indira Gandhi's International Airport is in. Indira Gandhi International Airport is in. So options are given. Option A Delhi, option B Punjab, option C Bangalore, and option D Chennai. So as Indira Gandhi, as we can see, who became the Prime Minister of our country. So here on her remembrance, here we can see Indira Gandhi's International Airport was constructed in Delhi. That is option A. The correct answer is option A. Got it? Now move towards 112 question. Jindal Vijayanagar Steel Limited is located in In which state this Jindal Vijayanagar Steel Limited is located? So you have to write the state. The options are given. Option A Karnataka, option B Andhra Pradesh, option C Madhya Pradesh, and option D Maharashtra. So as we are all familiar with Jindal, which was constructed nearby to our Ballari, and in Thorangal we can see this factory has been located. So as Ballari is in which state? It is in Karnataka state. So the correct option is option A, that is Karnataka. Now moving towards 113th question. Can you see the most destructive atmospheric disaster? So here the options are given. A landslides, B floods, C cyclones, and D earthquakes. So here the correct option will be the option C. Cyclones are the most destructive atmospheric disasters. Now move towards 114. The literacy rate of men in 2011 was, the option is 82.14%, option B 80.14%, and option C is 81.14%, whereas option D is 89.14%. So the correct option is 82.14% of literacy rate of men was recorded in 2011 year. Now move towards 115th question. The true development of India is the development of its villages. So this statement was said by one of our leaders. So here the options are given. Option A Mahatma Gandhi, option B Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, option C Plato, and option C Max Weber. So as these Plato and Max Webers are international socialists, whereas Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So among them here the correct option is option A. Mahatma Gandhi said that the true development of India will be if the development of the villages are done. So this statement was said by Mahatma Gandhi. The correct option is option A. Now moving towards 116th question. Providing administrative power and responsibility of developing the village of people themselves comes in, the option is Taluk Panchayat, option B is Jilla Panchayat, option C is Gram Panchayat, and option D is decentralization. So here as providing administrative powers to themselves, as if that responsibilities were given to the villagers only. So here among these options where you can see the correct option will be Gram Panchayat. Option C is the correct answer, where in this Gram Panchayat we can see the responsibility of developing the village. So here the village will comes under Gram Panchayat only. Understood? Now move towards 117th question, as this 117th question is asked from the lesson bank transactions. So where here through that question what he is going to ask is the banker's bank is. The options are given. Option A Land Development Bank, option B Commercial Bank, option C Cooperative Bank, and option D the Reserve Bank of India. So among these options, so the correct option is option D, that is Reserve Bank of India is called as the Banker's Bank. As moving towards 118th question. So we are all almost coming very near, only 3 questions left to complete our question paper. So as these questions will give you a little bit idea how to approach to your board exams. As this 118th question, it is asked, the national savings certificates are issued by, or else the NSC certificates are issued by, option A is Cooperative Bank, option B Commercial Bank, option C Land Development Bank, and option D is Post Offices. So as almost many of our farmers and many of our elders will know, these national savings certificates are issued only in the post offices. The correct option is option D. Now moving towards 119th question. The Consumer Day is celebrated on every year on The options are given. Option A, March 25th. Option B, March 15th. Option C, March 1st. And option D is March 5th. So the correct option is option B. So that is on March 15th every year Consumer Day is celebrated. Now moving towards the last question. That is, the person giving goods or services for money is called. So this question is asked from consumer education. So here the options are option A, consumer, option B, seller, option C, producer, and option D is distributor. So here the correct option is option B, that is seller. The person who will give goods or services for money. So for that option B will be the correct answer. So I think all of you have gone through your OMR sheets and try to rectify your mistakes. So don't make a fault report that after telling answers by me and you are going to fill it in your OMR. So this is very fault in your approach. So whatever knowledge you have, try to apply that knowledge in the exam so that you can get better percentage. So I wish all the best.